Welcome to tonight's broadcast of the Midwest High School Hockey League between your Dubuque Saints and the visiting Omaha Lancers. Announcing the visiting starting lineup right now. JV was victorious. I'm sorry, lost in the shootouts. They were victorious last night against Waterloo, lost in a shootout tonight after a 1-1 draw in regulation.
And now, the starting lineup for the Dubuque Saints.
Starting lineup for the Saints. There.
From Cuba City High School, number 37, Nico Sukocha.
We'll get Sukocha back on defense. I believe he's a sophomore, maybe a junior from Cuba City. Junior from Hempstead High School, number 23, Bryce Beshan, his defensive partner.
And forward from Platteville High School, number 21, Carter Kirkenbush.
Junior from Platteville, Wisconsin, number 21, Carter Kirkenbush.
From Dubuque Senior High School, number 22, Kane Weiner.
The freshman on the team, number 22, Hempstead, Cade Weiner. Sophomore from Hempstead High School, number 7, Cody Sweetie. And then the pipes, number 1, sophomore from Hempstead High School, Jaden Montgomery.
Fans, we ask that you now please rise, face the flag, and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Anthem sung, flow flipped. It's time to play some hockey. Ethan Fox will be the man with the Water Wings tonight. Eli Simmerd will be the man between the pipes for the Omaha Lancers. Lancers off to a hot start. They're 4th in the league right now. 13 games, 10 wins, 3 losses, 20 points. Dubuque also with 13 games. They're sitting with 6 wins, 4 losses, 3 overtime losses, and 15 points, 5 points back. Omaha sits in 4th, Dubuque in 6th. So looking to hopefully make a little progress this weekend.
All right, Saints fans, it's time for your Dubuque Saints hockey. Let's make some noise.
Omaha's led in scoring by number 20, Wyatt Wagner. 6 goals and 12 assists. Weiner steps to the ice. Puck down, we're ready to go. Back to Beshin. Beshin sends it up to Suk. Shot on net. Save. Weak backhander, and we'll get a whistle. So it was a nice little handy play that they ran there. Weiner in for the face-off again. Puck's down. Omaha controls. They'll play it back behind the net. Goes D to D. Now they'll play it up the middle. Suk back to get it. He'll chase it all the way back to the goal line. Goes to his partner Beshin. Back to Suk. Up to Kirkenbush. He'll chip it off the boards. Back to the neutral zone. Sweeney presses the issue there. They'll play it off to the far side. Kirk pushes the Omaha player into the linesman. He looks all right. Duke plays it back. Sebring now. Pass in front of the net. Just out of the reach of Sweeney. They'll cut back. Go back into the far side. Beshin's got it below the goal line. Taken away there by Suk. They'll play it up to Sweeney. Sweeney tries to clear the zone. Held in there by Omaha. Down below the goal line. They'll walk it out. Stolen there by Sebring. Sebring will carry it out. Gets it out to the neutral zone. A little bit of room here. Now it's taken away. Both players rowed into the wall. Chipped out of the zone. Schilling plays across to Cruiser. Cruiser sends it to Sebring. Can't hold on to it. Omaha comes in on the attack. Takes it from the top of the circle. Kick to the top of the crate or slot. Now back to the D. Can't hold it in there. They'll come back to the neutral zone. Goes D to D on the far side. Up to the blue line. Knocked in. Schilling steals it. He'll take it back up the middle. Gets it back to the Omaha D. They'll play it ahead to Ruiz. Ruiz carries it across the blue line. Walks it to the near side. Spins. Cross-ice pass to his brother, Nico Ruiz. Ruiz shoots. Save. Goaltender knocks the net off. We'll get a whistle. So a couple new line combinations tonight. Talon Mesrick serving a 2-game suspension from some extracurricular activities in the last night's game versus Waterloo. Cade Weiner taking his spot on the top line. Sammy Ruiz will center Corbin Deutsch and Joseph Ross. Puck goes to Ross. He'll knock it behind the net. Omaha controls there. They'll play it up the near side. Now it's knocked back top of the slot. Omaha plays it out. Cruiser pops it up in the air. Ruiz fires it on the net. Saved by Simard. Another shot towards the net, just wide. Deutsch will try and chase it on the far side. Drives himself into the boards. Chipped all the way out in the air. It's a foot race. Omaha's going to win it. Not before the puck goes offsides, or icing. Saints will pause for a second in front of the bench, and now they'll send out Kirk Weiner and Sweeney. Suk and Besh will back them up. Puck's down. Omaha's got it. They'll carry it out of the zone. Attack at Suk. Shot towards the net, saved by Montgomery. We'll get a whistle and a face-off at the Dubuque end. Weiner in for the face-off. Puck down. Dubuque controls. Kicks up to Kirkenbush. Kirk to the center. Push from behind. No call. Kirk now runs into the man. Figures if we're not going to get calls, let's play it physical. Suk cuts off his man. They shoot it into the Dubuque bench. Center ice face-off, boys. We'll see Nico Ruiz, Sieverding, and Pride of Bellevue, Benny Meyer on the ice. Puck's down. Sieverding's got it on the far side. Omaha knocks it into the zone. Schilling will go back and get it below the goal line. Takes it behind the net. It's knocked loose there. Now it's pushed to the far side. Ruiz will get it there. Tries to send it up just out of the reach of Meyer. Meyer dropped down hard. There's a check from behind. Player from Omaha is going to get to take a brief break in the penalty box. 2 minutes. Roughing. Because if it was checked from behind, it would be 12 minutes. 22. I do have a sheet now. That is Michael Chase.
36 remaining in the first period at number 22. Michael Chase, 2 minutes for roughing.
Joseph Ross in for the faceoff.
Power play.
I heard the announcement say roughing from behind. Apparently there was a bit of an agreement there. Puck chicked up into the stands. There's a lucky fan. The lucky fan is wearing a terrible Christmas suit. Oh, it's JV starting goaltender Connor Sheehy. He'll look for a young lucky fan. I hope he doesn't take it home. Puck back to Bryce Feshin. Sends over to Sweeney. Sweeney from the top of the slot. Shot just wide. Wraps around to the near side. Sent to the far side now. Omaha collect it and send it along to the ice. No icing because of the penalty. Montgomery will stop it there. Omaha, someone might want to warn him that there's an Omaha player sneaking up behind him. Omaha's got it now. Tries a toe drag. Bryce Feshin buys none of that. Carries it down inside the zone. Hits the brakes there. Leaves it for Kirk. Kirk fires on the net. Screen there. Nice save. Joseph Ross goes down quicker than I've ever seen him go down in his entire life. That's not the kind of game we're calling tonight, boys. Ross steps in for the faceoff. Looks down. Ross gets it back to Beshin. Beshin fires over to Kirk, or Sweeney. Sweeney from the top of the circle. Fires wide. Comes around to Kirk. Kirk's got it there. Fakes the lead for Beshin. Now he'll give it to him hard. Top of the circle. Offer to Sweeney. Shot. Saved by Simmered. Minute left on that power play. We'll see the number 2 unit of Weiner, Sieverding, Ruiz, Sukochov. That was just one person. And Schilling. Ruiz in for the faceoff. He wins it. Can't get control though. It's knocked out of the zone. Schilling will go back to get it. He's got a shadow. Sends the Suk back to Schilling. Up to Weiner. Weiner pauses at the blue line, red line. He'll give it off to Suk. Suk will dump it in. Wrap it around the boards. Down into the corner. Sieverding's got it momentarily. Now it's squirted back out to Weiner at the blue line. He'll cut back down low, but can't quite keep a hand on the puck. Omaha sends an aerial pass. Schilling collects at the center ice. Goes D to D with Suk. Schilling backhands it in. They'll chase. Omaha controls behind the net. Sieverding knocks it loose, fires it out. Ruiz, shot wide. Wraps around to Suk. Suk's got it, top of the circle. Shot also wide. Weiner now, in front of the Zam doors, gives off to Beshin. Beshin top middle, gives off to Suk. Blocked in front, into the netting. So 11:39 left in the first period. 4 seconds left in that Omaha power play, or Omaha penalty, I should say. We'll get Dubuque's top line of Weiner, Sweeney, and Kirk. Weiner in the middle. Suk and Beshin back on defense. Puck down, shot towards the net. Simmer gets it to the corner. Back on 5-on-5. Omaha sends it up, neutral ice. They'll get around 1. Beshin's the only 1 man back. They'll play it off to Sweeney. Sweeney makes a nice steal to the blue line. Redeflected in front. Two nice saves by Montgomery. Big shot coming from the top of the circle. So big it connects to the netting 20 feet over the net. That one's out of here. Run the clock here a little bit. Someone forgot to start it. Someone is me. Dubuque does a late lane change. Mm-mm.
Okay, so he shouldn't be there probably.
Nope. Puck played around to the far side, wrapped down back behind the goal line. Battle for there. Knocked up to the point. Now it's knocked back down to the far corner. And it's out to center ice. Myers got it there. Gives off to Sieverding. Sieverding along the slot. Goal! Saints jump out to a 1-0 lead on a beautiful pass from Benny Meyer over to Sieverding, who buries it home.
Scoring for your Dubuque Saints with 10:51 remaining in the first period. Number 12, Blake Sieverding.
Puck down, knocked into the Dubuque zone.
Number 28.
They'll reverse it and try and get it out. And they do. Suk will go back and pick it up. Cruiser with an assist on that goal, too. It was a very nice play. Play it head up to Meyer. Meyer sends it up to Sieverding. Bastion dumps it in there. Dubuque will go for a change. Omaha's got a little time to break it out, which they do. Long cross-ice pass. Bastion's got it in the defensive zone, sends it over to Suk. Suk bangs it up. Deutsch can't quite get it out. Sammy Ruiz passes to Bastion, who's leveled in the slot. Nice cross-check on Ruiz in the corner, too. Now it's Joseph Ross. Diving attempt, saved by Montgomery. Send it out in front. Ruiz has got it. Hard off the glass, high. Kicks out. Omaha. I think I've said Waterloo a couple times tonight. Omaha's got it on the far side. They'll walk it up that side, right in front of the scorer's table. Plays it down into the zone. Montgomery stops it behind the net, and it's Beshin there. He leaves for Schilling. Schilling with the head of steam. Walks in front of the benches. Cuts it off there. Shot towards the net. Bounces off the back of the boards. Squirts to the corner. They'll go D to D behind the net. Walks it out the far side. Sends it up. What's that stuff they put on cake? Icing. Icing.
Fans, as a reminder, please be advised that all seating in Midwest High School Hockey League games is limited to the players' bench side of the arena, and seating is not permitted in private suites during these games.
Puck's down. Sweeney's got it in the corner. Played around. Pierce holds. I'm sorry, that's the other Nolan. Kretz holds it in. Omaha carries it back out. Offsides. Weiner in for the faceoff. Puck down. Omaha controls. Dropped weakly into the zone. Schilling's got it there. Run over. No attempt to play the puck whatsoever. It's not important anymore if you don't have your stick on the ice. Shot to the net. Saved by Montgomery. The Omaha bench wants a penalty. They're apparently watching a different game. Squirted out in front. Couple saves, and I think Montgomery knocked it in his own net, unfortunately. So Omaha evens the score with 8:41 left in the first period. Puck got caught on the side of the net, and I think Montgomery went to cover it and just took a bad bounce and squirted it in down the goal line.
Omaha goal coming with 3:41 remaining in the first period. Scored by number 93, Yano Antaloni. Assistant on the play by number 22, Michael Chase.
Sieverding in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Ruiz has got it. He'll play it to the far side. Omaha now brings it into the zone. High slot. Stolen there by Ruiz. He'll bangs it out to the blue line. Now it's Meyer who steals it. Plays it ahead. Ruiz can't get to it. Omaha will bounce it back in. Beshin's got it there. Plays off to Suk. Suk back checks. Sends it back over to Beshin. Beshin walks through the slot. He'll come up the near side. Through center ice. Runs directly into Meyer and Ruiz. They'll get it in the zone, though. Sieverding sends it towards the middle. Omaha breaks it back to center ice. They'll play it off the boards into the zone. Suk's over there. Wraps around the back of the wall to Omaha. Omaha fires from the blue line. Just wide. Held in on the other far side. Now it's Sieverding that knocks it loose. Ruiz plays it back to Meyer. Meyer back to Ruiz. Ruiz sends it to Sieverding, who knocks it in. Omaha bangs it back out to center ice. Deutsch applies pressure there. Omaha controls. Knocked back to the blue line. Walk to the top of the circle. Saved by Montgomery. Wrapped around to the near side. Now it's Ross with it. He'll carry it through center ice. High slot shot. Blocked. Omaha counters. Walks it to the top of the slot. Jaden Montgomery with the save. Glove down. Another nice save by Montgomery. Wrapped to that same corner. Montgomery gets a nice cover this time. Shots even at 8-8 is the score now. Even at 1-1. 7:09 left in the first period. We'll get Sammy Ruiz, Ross, and Deutsch out for the faceoff. They'll be backed by Schilling and Cruiser. Ruiz in for the faceoff. Omaha wins. Get back to the D. They'll go D to D. Aerial pass knocked down, sent towards the net. Nice save by Montgomery. They'll try and send it to the front. Montgomery recovers. Off to the far side. Now Ross bangs it hard out of the zone. Omaha holds it in. Everyone's cleared. At the blue line. Sent across. Backhanded down to the corner. Cruiser knocks the puck loose there. He'll battle for it. Behind the net. Ruiz knocks a man down. I think we might get one each way here. Or it might just be Sammy Ruiz. So Ruiz will head to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. We'll get Meyer and Sieverding. Big guys out on the penalty kill. They'll be backed by Suk and Kretz.
2 minutes for tripping, which puts your Saints on the fairly extreme body shape and penalty kill.
Omaha controls back to the blue line. Omaha's dangerous on the power play here. Blocked in front. Squirts out of the zone. They'll regroup at center ice. Fan there. Schilling with Sieverding with a nice steal. He'll take it down to the corner. Hard into the corner. Battled for there. Squirts behind the net now. It's left there. Benny Meyer comes in, tries to take a swipe, makes him go a little wider. Here comes through the middle with steam. 3-on-2. Shot. Saved by Montgomery. Squirted out to the high slot. Another save by Montgomery. To the near corner. Popped up. They'll play it back to the D. Get a little control. Nope. Fire it directly on Montgomery. Shot. Save. Another shot. In between his legs. Montgomery recovers. And it's Sieverding to send it along to the ice. Simmered with a clear. Or Sop. He'll send it long pass to the far blue line. Hits the brakes there. Squirts to the high slot. Nice diving poke check by Benny Meyer. Shot towards the front of the net, all alone in front. Saved by Montgomery. And they'll shove him down. And as the kids say, a little pushy, woo-woo. One minute left on the Dubuque penalty kill. Deutsch and Ross out of the PK. Puck's down, back to Omaha D. I'll pause for a second there. Work to the top of the blue line. Slot, fired wide. Around to the far side. Chipped down to the corner. Little dance there. Stolen by Ross. Cleared by Schilling. Stopped by Simmerd. Kick to the corner. Deutsch will come racing in. Make life hard for the Lancers to get it out. And somehow they still do. Not yet. Now they do. Ross there at the blue line. Deutsch helps him out. Knocks it down low. Tick, 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 tick. Ross with a nice poke check. Simmer comes out to play it. Ross just threw a huge check in the goaltender. That's not going to go unnoticed. Ross is going to be asked to leave the game. So the night just got a little longer without number 6 on the bench. Five minutes? Ross is getting a 5-minute roughing penalty, I guess. The goalie still appears to be standing in front of the net. He's not dead. I'm not sure how roughly he was hit. When he goes to the corner to play the puck, he's a skater. He's not the goaltender anymore. Another wonderful call given to you by referee Ethan Fox. Thanks, referee Fox. So Dubuque 2 men down for the next 16 seconds. Charging. Okay. Omaha 5-on-3. They'll carry it through neutral ice. Charging. Out to the blue line. Omaha controls there. Dubuque 1 man down. Shot saved by Montgomery. I mean, it's not the worst charging call I've seen. It's the worst one I've seen tonight. Get the big guys. Sieverding and Meyer out there. Show them how it's done, boys. Puck's down. We skate in circles. Played up. Out to the blue line. They'll go D to D. That guy's not shooting. Sends it back. Top of the circle now. Omaha's got it. Sends it back over. That guy's still not shooting. He's not even standing up. Meyer's got it there. He's got a little room to work. Carries into the blue line. Shot. Puck pops up. Sieverding gets a shot. Doesn't quite connect. Meyer will play it all the way back to Schilling. Schilling will deke around one. Send it all the way back. It was fired in the general direction of the referees. I'm sure that was an accident. Played cross ice. They'll go D to D. Omaha will work it up the far side. Into the zone. Schilling pokes it loose. They'll play it on the half wall. Around the back of the net. Out in front. That's a goal. And because that charging was such a major penalty, the clock won't come off and Dubuque will stay on the penalty kill. Great. So Omaha jumps out to a 2-1 lead. And shots were tied at 8 at one point. Shots are now 16-8 in favor of the Lancers.
Omaha goals scored with 3:36 remaining in the first period. Scored by number 31, Caden Alloway. Assisted on the play by number 22, Michael.
This last 3 minutes of this period could be interesting. We'll get Kirkenbush to take the faceoff. Knocked back to the Omaha D. They'll go D to D. Carry it up to the in front of the bench. Knock loose. They'll go D to D on the far side now. Deutsch out there with Kirk. Cross ice pass. Schilling's got it there. Does a little dance. Makes a little space. Get down tonight. Sends it down below the goal line. Deutsch will pass it. Hold him up back there. Cross ice pass. Another cross ice pass. And they skated offsides. No, they didn't. No, it only looked like offsides to everyone in the building except the linesman standing on the blue line. Cross ice pass. Shot saved by Montgomery. Backhander saved. Third one also saved. One shot went up on the net for those 3 saves. That poor goalie. Here we go, Kirk. Sends it the length. Saved by Simmered. I don't know how he got a hold of that one. After still recovering from that charging penalty he took. Now it's Kirk down in the corner. Walks out. Shot. Oh, he had Benny Meyer in front. Didn't see him. I didn't start the clock, so we'll let that run for 30 seconds. Simmered with a beautiful save. Still recovering from that brutal charging attack by Ross. That guy is as tall as most basketball players in college. How tall is Simmered? Puck down. Omaha will carry it out. Next stoppage, I'm going to look and see how tall the goalie is. Saverding's got it. Down the slot. Shot. Blocked in front. On his knees, his head is above the crossbar. That's not fair. Omaha at center ice. Carries into the zone. Walks it wide. Leaves it there. Big shot. Big save. Saved by Montgomery. Simmered is 6'5". After tonight's game, he's going to head to Chicago and play center for the Bulls. Puck's down. Shot. Saved by Montgomery. Backhander. Oh. Now it's set across. Shot from the blue line. Played around the back of the net. Controlled there by Omaha. They'll send it out in front. Popped up. Still loose. Check from behind there. That wasn't called. Oh, wait. Now it is. Oh, the goal's off. The puck was literally going to go the length of the ice. So we had all day to change it, but let's stop the play. What's the extra whistle for? They want time back on the clock. They might have a point. Putting time back on the clock and the penalty sucks. So it's just easier to wait 5 seconds to start the clock. No, they're going to make him put the time back up. They put 5 seconds back up. That wasn't enough, but Kirk with the face-off. Kirk wins it. Back to Schilling. Schilling plays it off the boards. Knocked on the half boards. Deutsch broke his stick. He'll go to the bench. Sammy Ruiz will jump on. Nice transition there. Damn it, I didn't start at that time. Battled on the far boards. Kirk's there. They send it D to D. Face off top. Loose puck. Schilling knocks it loose again. Still battled in the corner. They'll walk it behind the net to the far corner. Cuts to the middle of the ice. Squirts to the slot. Schilling sends it hard to the boards. The new Bull stops it there. They'll play it up the far side. Sook's got it there. Knocks it loose. Omaha coming in with some speed. Knocks it to Schilling. Schilling sends it down. Play it around the back of the net. My clock is 20 seconds off. Don't pay attention to that. Omaha walks it up the far side. Cross ice pass. They'll control it there. Walks it towards the net. Loses a glove. Played to the top of the circle. Now up to the middle of the blue line. High slot, or top of the circle. Shot. Saved. Kick to the corner. Now it's in the corner. Played around the back. All kinds of room on the near corner. Spins there. And that'll do it for the period. Trust me. So after one period, 6 seconds remain on the 5-minute play on Ross. Omaha leading 2-1. Shots in favor of Omaha, 20-10. Take a 15-minute break here to clean the ice. We'll see you back. And we're back for the second period. Puck's down, knocked all the way down below the goal line. Omaha will break it out there, cuts back, plays it up to the near side. Through center ice into the attacking zone. Walks it wide. Bad angle shot. Montgomery with the save. Omaha knocks it back in. They got it at the far wall. Suk runs off him. Played behind the net. Walked around to the near side. Kick back to the D. Down low again. Wraps on the back of the net. Ruiz lets it go there. There's a trip. No, it wasn't a trip. Just looked like a trip. Everyone in the arena thinks it's a trip except the ref. Nice hit by Omaha right in front of our bench. Really laid their guy out. Besson loses in his feet. Omaha's got it at center ice. Played back into the Omaha zone. Omaha plays it up. Big hit there. Suk goes back behind the goal line to get it. Besson's got it there. He'll go back to Suk. Suk forks it up to Meyer. 2 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct. I called it boarding, but it looked like roughing to me, but that was called up to the announcers. They'll send number 34 over to keep him company for 2 minutes. Saints will send out Ruiz, Meyer, and Kirk. Sweeney and Schilling. Odd-looking power play. Schilling's got it at the blue line. Plays it down, cross-ice pass over to Sweeney. Top of the circle, can't hold on to it. He plays it down low. Ruiz has got it there. Has it stolen. Wrap back around to Sweeney. Top of the circle. Gives off to Schilling. Back to Sweeney. Top of the circle. Shot. Save. Rebound. Goal. Benny Meyer. So that 10-minute penalty will start just a tad bit earlier as the Saints connect on their power play goal. Just 18 seconds in. And tie the score, 2-2.
Scoring on the Polaris Insurance Group power play, your captain, number 28, Benny Meyer. Assisted on the play by number 7, Cody Sweeney.
Meyer from Sweeney. Beautiful goal. Got it past Will to Stilt down there in front of the net. Sweeney's got it now at the near zone. Shoots it on. Saved by the goaltender. Kick to the corner. Now knocked behind the net. Play it up on the near side. Omaha will carry it in front of the benches with a little speed. Gets by Besson. Down to the corner. Walks the goal line. Walks out in front. Nice save by Montgomery. Fan for the shot from the side. Suk's got it there. Plays it off the boards. Back to Suk. Nope, that's Craig Weiner. Weiner carries it over in front of the benches. He's knocked off the puck there. Omaha will come in 1-on-2. Those are bad numbers. Shot on the net, up into the glass, and into the netting. 14:37 left in the second period. And the Saints have tied the game up, 2-2. They've also got 3 shots on goal in this period, while Omaha still has yet to register one. Severting out for the faceoff. Puck's down. Knocked out to center ice. Played off the Omaha skate back into the defensive zone. Ruiz will pressure. Knocks the puck loose. Omaha dumps it in. Right on the net. Montgomery leaves it for Cruiser. Cruiser loses in the corner. Omaha walks around one. Plays it back up to the near boards. Out to the blue line. Shot from the point. Nope. Pass down to the corner. All the way behind the goal line. They'll kick it out to the slot. Puck's loose. Shot. Saved by Montgomery. Down. Kick to the corner by Montgomery. Omaha's got it. They'll feed it back up to the blue line. Given down low into the corner. Cruiser knocks it loose there. Played back to the corner. Now Schilling knocks it loose. Big shot coming from the blue line. Saved by Montgomery, and we'll get a whistle. Get a change. Suk and Besh stop out of the defense. We'll get Tammy Ruiz, Corbin Deutsch, Xander Sheehy making a varsity appearance. Ruiz take the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha player knocked to the ice. Controls it for a second. Played up to Deutsch. Deutsch gets it out of the zone. Ruiz has got it. Shot on net. Saved by Thunder Dan. I didn't start the clock. And yet I'm 13 seconds ahead. Neat trick. That was enough ice time for those guys to get them off. We've got Sweeney, Weiner, and Kirkenbush out. Face off back to Omaha. They'll play it high off the glass. Beston tries to knock it back in. It's not loose. 2-on-1. Favor Omaha, loses in front of the boards. Probably skated himself outside and knew it. Shot saved by Montgomery. Squirted to the far side. Weiner's got it there. He'll send it in the air out to center ice. We're going to get an icing here. Puck down. Suk's got it in the corner. He'll wrap it around the boards. Omaha shot there. Kicked wide. Sweeney picks it up. Tries to send it up the middle. Omaha steals. Holds it just in. Suk's got it. Plays it up the boards. Knocked back down. Back to Suk. Wide pass to Sweeney. Sweeney kicks it up to Kirk. Kirk takes it into the zone. Takes it wide. Leaves it for Sweeney. Shot on net. Saved by the goalie. Omaha will take it out the other side. Weiner plays it up. Omaha steals. Top of the circle. Shot. Fired wide of the net. Back over to the defensive position. Sent back down in. Sweeney's got it there. He'll send it through the air. Glove down at center ice by Omaha. Stolen by Weiner. He's got Kirk with him. He stalls. Tries to get over to Kirk. Stolen there. Omaha take it behind the net. Kirk tries to rub him off. Can't quite do it. Now it's knocked back down into the corner. Kirk's got it. I'm not sure if he was tripped, but he took 3 players with him. Schilling from the top of the circle. Shot. Knocked down. Kirk's got it there. Wraps it down low. Can't get the shot off. Sent the length of the ice. Montgomery with the save. He'll kick it up to Schilling. Schilling's got it there. Takes it behind the net. Sends it over to Severting. Severting walks it up the far side uncontested. Long pass. Ruiz can't connect on it, and we'll get an icing. 11:55 left in the second period. Shots on goal in favor of Omaha, 24-16. Defensive zone face-off specialist Amy Ruiz, Xander Sheehy, and Corbin Deutsch step back on. Ruiz wins the face-off, knocks it forward. It's back to Ruiz, sends it up to Sheehy. Kicks it back to Ruiz, sends it up the ice. Cross-ice pass to no one. Schilling's got it now. He'll take it in the zone, sends it towards the net. Bouncing puck. Omaha controls at the goal line. Loses it there. Ruiz backhands it. Saved. Shot. Wrapped around the far board. Sheehy can't reach it. Goes over to Cruiser. Pops it up. Omaha takes it. They'll pop it around Cruiser. Packed up to Sheehy. Can't get a handle on it. Squirts to the middle. Omaha's got it now. They'll walk it around to the near side. Send it back. D to D on the far side. Cross ice pass. Wide down the middle. Shot goal. I wasn't running the clock for any of that. We may not see that line again. Oh, the Omaha JV fans have taken up the Civ chant for Montgomery when he's given up one more goal than Wilt to Stilt at the other end. Puck's down. Omaha dumps it in, wraps it around the back of the net. Montgomery can't quite get there. Omaha controls now, far side. Plays it down to the corner, sent to the middle, blocked by Weiner. Omaha's got it, slot, can't get the shot off, his stick's lifted. Sweeney sends it down, knocked down by Weiner. Just mugged there. Now, Beston plays it around the back of the net to Sukuchov. There's a shoulder into the boards. Not boarding, though. No. Omaha carries it back into the zone. Apparently on that last non-boarding call, Montgomery was headed to the bench because it was that obvious to everyone else in the building that it was a boarding call. No call. Sent out to the slot. Kirk's got it there. He'll walk it down the middle. He's got Sweeney with him. Kirk loses it at the blue line. Omaha counters. They'll send it up. Knocked out in midair there. Suk gives off to Schilling. Schilling now walking it up. He's through center ice. Little room to move. Offsides. Puck's down. Omaha controls. They'll play it off the boards in front of the Saints bench. Severing will dump it down in. Charles Barkley plays it behind the net. Knocked down there. Oh, it's an interference call if I've ever seen one, and we're actually going to get it. Sebring makes his way to the bench. Ruiz has got it there. It's knocked loose. Roughing. The Omaha JV fans got a chance. That's nice.
After several attempts, we had a penalty on Omaha. 2 minutes for roughing. George Seiler, 2 minutes for roughing with 9:31 remaining in the second period.
9:31, and the Saints will go back on the power play.
On the Polaris Insurance Group power play.
The refs are explaining to the Omaha coach that we're going to call penalties on them tonight. It comes as a shock to them as well as me. Sammy Ruiz, Cody Sweeney, Benny Meyer, Beston and Kirk out on the power play. Beston's got it, gives off to Sweeney, top of the circle, shot. Saved by Christian Leitner. Ruiz with the face-off again. Sweeney controls, back to Beston. Beston back to Sweeney. Top of the circle, sends across to Kirk with a goal! So another power play goal for the Saints as they even the score at 3.
Scoring on the Polaris Insurance Group power play. With 9:18 remaining in the second period, number 21, Carter Kirkendall.
Kirk with the goal there on a nice feed from Sweeney.
Assisted on the play by number 7, Cody Sweeney. And number 23, Bryce Beston.
Beston gets a secondary assist on that as well. Puck's down.
21 from 7 to 23 on the power play.
Severding knocks it down. Gets it over to Meyer. Severding walks in. Shot saved. Kicked out to Omaha. They'll try and send it at the boards. Knocked back in. It's held in there. Suk walks it to the middle. Tries to give to Sieverding. Sieverding knocks it down below the goal line. Benny Myers there. Knocks him out the puck. Now Omaha sends it around the far side. They'll send it back to the near side here. Walks it to the faceoff dot. Shot towards the net. Montgomery kicks it wide. Ruiz has got it on the near boards. He'll backhand it out. That'll go for an ice. When the goalie raises his hands, I think he can clean those banners that are hanging behind the nets back there. We'll get Cruiser and Schilling. Weiner's down here at faceoff, or for center. He'll get Sweeney and Kirk to join him. Puck's down. Duke controls momentarily. Omaha gets it back. Battles for it along the boards. Now Weiner's got it. Sends it over to Sweeney. Sweeney to Kirk. Kirk will dump it in. Wraps all the way around to the near board. Sweeney, big hit there in the corner. He's got control now down the goal line. Sends it to Kirk, who's knocked down. Omaha will break it out the other way. Cruiser will go back to get it in the corner. And we'll get an ice. And Omaha is just shocked and appalled that nothing is going their way. Kirk headed to the bench. He took an awkward fall there after he took that hit. He's just not going to get a change. Ruiz, Deutsch, and Sheehy will step out on the ice. Fashion and Suk will back him up. Puck's down. Omaha controls. They'll send it for the breakout. Suk's got it there. Loses it. He'll wrap it down back in. Deutsch will go to chase. Played up. Ruiz will knock it back in. Omaha now controls out the center ice. Walks across the slot. Blocked by Sheehy. Kicked out to neutral ice again. That block seemed to activate Sheehy. Running like a man possessed. Suk's got it now. Plays across to Beshin. Beshin back to Suk. Back to Beshin. Hey, we're going this way, guys. Sheehy's got it now, near boards. Sends it up. Hits a stick in the box, or in the players' bench. That's 30 seconds. We've seen enough of you guys. Oh, Sheehy's trying to come off. Now we've seen enough of you guys. Sieverding, Meyer, and Ruiz will hop out on the ice. Sieverding in for the faceoff. What are we waiting for? Oh, we're kicking out the Omaha faceoff guy. Puck's down. Omaha still wins the faceoff. Driven to Montgomery. He makes the save. Back to the blue line. They'll go D to D. Shot towards the net again. Someone might want to pick up that 21 in front. He gets a redeflect, and that goes over the net. Now it's Beshin. Heads up the boards. Tries to get up to Ruiz. Ruiz takes his man down, but to the point of the announcer next to us, referee Fox didn't see it, was reacting to the JV team's call for a penalty. So let's take Ethan Fox off the bench and give these guys down here referee jerseys, because they're calling the game now. We'll get Sieverding and Meyer out for the penalty kill. Played back to the Omaha D. They'll work it down the near side. Omaha with a strange power play configuration. Now it's in the corner. Tried to clean it out, and it does. Out to center ice. Sieverding will press. All the way back behind the goal. Played up the far side. That's going to be a nice. Nope, someone must have touched it. I'm not sure I would have called that holding, but. Clearing attempt. Held in at Omaha. Benny Meyer behind the D. He's got on the blue line. Tries to get to the middle. Can't quite do it. He's cut off there. Omaha will take it behind the net with some speed. Benny Meyer knocks it loose. He's got it in the slot. Tries to leave it for Kirk. Omaha now 4-on-2. This is not the 4-on-2 play. They came in and shot directly at Montgomery, who made the save. That's the worst 4-on-2 on play I've seen tonight. We'll get Deutsch and Ruiz. 1 minute left on the penalty kill. Kirk stays out there to play a little defense and take the face off. Ruiz is probably playing defense. Kirk wins the face off over to Ruiz. Battles in the corner. Omaha walks it behind the net. They'll leave it there and then on the near side. Kicks it back out to the high slot. Back down to the corner. Can't score from there, guys. High slot. Blue line. Shot. Goal. Power play goal for Omaha. At 5:51 left in the second period. That'll run the score to 4-3. Those eager Waterloo JV players. They've really organized. They've got Civ chants. They've got Use Your Whistle chants. They're great.
Omaha goal scorer number 70. Scorer number 77, Jackson Lunger. Assist on play by number 21, Ryan Knapp. Assist on play by number 4, Chuck Seiler.
Omaha with the face-off. They'll take it wide, down below the goal line. Hits the brakes, reverses, centers. It's kicked out to Sweeney. Sweeney brings it out to center ice. He's got Kirk with him. Takes it wide at the blue line. All the way down to the corner. Centers it. Weiner's knocked into the goalie. Goalie didn't even flinch. He's twice as tall as Weiner. Kirk steals it there. Wraps it down to the corner. Goes all the way to the far side. Sweeney will go to chase. Big hit into the corner. Omaha brings it back to this side. They'll send it through. Weiner tips it. Omaha still controls. Sends it up to their blue line. Stolen there by Cruiser. Kirk's got it now. He'll wrap it around the back of the net. Just out of the reach of Schilling. Comes all the way up to Sweeney. Sweeney chips it off for Weiner. Weiner's knocked off the puck at the blue line. Schilling jumps in to help out. Fires on the net. Kicks off the Omaha defenseman shin guard. Shot blocked in front. Wrapped around. It's Kirk up at the blue line. Sends it across to Ruiz. It's eaten up there. Puck's down. Sent out the far side. It'll go the length of the ice, and if it doesn't hit the crease, it'll be icing. Sieverding in for the face-off now. He's got Meyer and Ruiz with him. Puck's down. Omaha's got it. They'll bang it off the boards. High off the boards. Bounces off the Dubuque bench. 2-on-1. Sook's back. Cross-ice pass goes unconnected. Shot around the boards. It's going to go over to the far side. Omaha hauled it in the blue line. Right on the net. Saved by Montgomery. Wrapped around the back. Nice backhanded pass. Daktsukian. Sieverding will carry it out. Long pass up to Ruiz. Gets a piece of it. Still going to be icing. Just a reminder that the opinions and expressions expressed on this broadcast have no impact on the Dubuque Youth Hockey or the high school hockey team, and they are that of the broadcaster opinion itself. Cross-ice pass over to Sweeney. Sweeney plays it back to Schilling. Omaha's got it now. They'll take it across the blue line. Montgomery save up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle. Puck's down. Schilling's got it there. He'll wrap it around the back of the net to Cruiser. Kirkenbush will come and get it. He'll send it outside the blue line. Now it's Schilling across the blue line. Leaves off for Sweeney. Top of the circle. Shot. Save. Wrapped around the far side. It's going to be a foot race. Weiner's just going to win out. Controls the puck there in the corner. Sent up to Sweeney. Now it's Weiner. Walks it all the way down below the goal line. He'll stop there. It's stolen. Walked around to the far corner. Played up through the middle. Beshin gets it in his skates. He's got it now at the face-off dot. Plays it up the ice. Stolen before it gets to Sieberding. Omaha's offside. They'll regroup. Played back to their D. Just inside the blue line. He'll play it up. All the way the length of the ice. I'm not sure why that's not icing. Beshin knocked out the puck. Omaha gets it back to their D. Held in there temporarily. Fired down top of the circle. Now it's knocked out of the zone. Wrapped down into the corner behind the Saints net. Beshin's got it there. He'll go cross ice to Suk. Back to Beshin. Beshin can't handle it. Comes up. Sweeney's got it now. He'll send it out to neutral ice. Omaha D to D. Up through the middle. They'll walk it right down the middle of this ice. Stolen there by Beshin. Sent up ahead for Sieberding. Meyer gets a piece of it. Omaha back in. 3-on-2. Got a nice setup here. Saved by Montgomery. Loose puck. Batted towards the net. Kicked wide. Sieberding knocked off the puck. Omaha's got it in the corner. Sent up to the blue line. Shot. Saved by Montgomery. Rebound controlled by Meyer. They'll send it up to their blue line a little too hard. Now it's Deutsch. He's got Sieberding trailing him. Shoots it over the net. Sieberding's there. Knocks it down into the corner. He'll come for a change. Sheehy jumps on. Pokes the puck loose. Deutsch has got him pinned in. Big hit right in front of the penalty box. Wrapped around by Cruiser. Cruiser gets it up to Ruiz. It's knocked back down below the goal line. Schilling's there. He'll carry it up the ice. Stopped at the blue line. Cruiser pokes it loose. Omaha controls. Top of the circle. Sends it cross ice. Sheehy will get it there. It's knocked back in. Sheehy's got it now. Far side. Sends it over to Schilling. Schilling steps on the puck. Scarier than you'd think. It's up to Ruiz. Ruiz is one-on-one. Shot from the left side of the slot. Shot fired wide. Sheehy in the corner. Centers it to Deutsch just in front of his stick. And Omaha counter. One-on-one. They've got Cruiser back. Cruiser forces him wide. Shot. Shot wide of the net. Both players slide headfirst into the boards. Both up and okay. Now Schilling's got it back on the goal line. He'll carry it up. Gives off to Cruiser. Cruiser plays ahead to Kirk. Kirk's got Sweeney in the middle but can't get on the puck. Puck's loose now in the corner. Played around. Schilling knocks it. Sweeney knocks it down behind the net. They'll get it back to Sweeney. Sweeney now in the near corner. Drops it off for Ruiz. Ruiz is pinned against the boards there. Not much he can do. Kirk manages to poke it loose. Ruiz gets it back, and now he's doing the pinning. Battle back and forth. That'll do it. End of the second period snuck up on us. Omaha leads after 2 periods, 4-3. Shots in favor of Omaha, 32-21. We'll take a brief intermission to Zam, and we'll see you back in 15 minutes. We're back for the third period. Bucks down. We're ready to roll. Back to the Dubuque goal line. Bryce Beschen will play it there. Up to Sukochov. Same guy. Knocked out of the air by Weiner. He plays it up to Schilling. Sweeney. They all look the same. Sukochov knocks it towards the net. He's knocked down hard, late. Not sure how he missed that. He's probably not sure why he didn't start the clock. He's going to confer with Larson. Hopefully Larson saw it. Fox wasn't paying any attention. Don't need that kind of language. No penalty. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Ruiz, and Meyer step out for the faceoff. Bucks down. Meyer battles for it in front of the bench. We were playing what does the Fox say here in the arena? A little humorous there. Carried in, that's offsides. There you go. One of those refs can see the game. Pucks down. Played back to Schilling. Schilling's got it there. He'll walk it up the ice. Through center ice. Comes off his stick. Omaha's got it. They'll play it in front of their bench. Back to Cruiser. Cruiser walks it through center ice now. Stolen there. Benny Meyer knocks it loose. Played off. Knocked loose. Shot on net. Saved by Montgomery. He'll hold on for a whistle. Ruiz in for the faceoff again. Puck's down. Back to Cruiser. Back to Cruiser again. Wrapped up to Meyer. Meyer bangs it out. Out to center ice. Nico Ruiz now. He'll chase it. Omaha controls. They'll send it up. Sammy Ruiz centers to Meyer. Meyer sends it towards the net. Larry Bird with the save. Kicked around. Meyer's got it. Sends it up to Kretz. Kretz back to Meyer. Meyer slots. No one home. Omaha's got it now. Send it up into Beschen skates. Omaha controls. They're offsides. Now it's played up to Meyer. No attention to play the puck whatsoever. That's typically called interference. Not in today's game. Omaha plays it down. Back to Ruiz. Ruiz kicks it over to Beschen. Beschen's got it there. He sends a long pass up to Sweeney, who chips it into the zone. And we're going to call that icing. Even though it was in 6 inches of the blue line. Or the red line. Close on the counts and hand grenades and horseshoes. Cade Weiner will step in for the faceoff. He's out there with Kirk and Schilling. And Sweeney. Puck's down. Cruiser's got it. He knocks it out. Back out to center ice. Presses it all the way there. Schilling knocks it down. Plays it up to Sweeney. Just out of his reach. Omaha controls in front of their bench. Sweeney's got it now. Knocks it out to center ice. Gloves it down. Tries to backhand it to Weiner. Can't quite control. Omaha counter this 3-on-2. Kirk and Weiner do a great job back checking. Omaha comes in. Saved by Montgomery. Played off the side. 17 shots. Puck was clearly in view the whole time, but the ref lost sight of it. So we'll get a whistle. No. Try and stand on the other side of the goal, Fox. Yeah, I got it. Sure you do. Saints are going to change. We'll get the Ruiz brothers out there with Benny Meyer. Sammy steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha controls. Holds it just inside the blue line. They'll walk it to the far side. Top of the circle. Into the slot. Squirts all the way out. They're calling offside. Or they're calling icing. Omaha passed it back to themselves. Play it up. Nolan Kretz has got it there at the red line. Reverses it down in. Drops it in. Larry Bird behind the net. Play it around. Into the corner. Omaha controls there. Ruiz with the big hit that missed. Omaha now at the center ice. Work down below the goal line. Popped out in front. Ruiz picks it up there. Some opinionated fans near the box, if anyone's picking up that conversation. Omaha steals it. Now it's Kirk coming the other way. He's got Sweeney in front of him. Cuts across the blue line. Shot blocked in front. Nice little toe drag. Pops up to the Zamboni doors. Jumps over there. Weiner turns it. Out in front. Oh, Kirk just couldn't finish. Kirk's got it there. Top of the circle. Stolen. Omaha tries to get out of the zone. Schilling knocks it back in. Back behind the goal line. Omaha will start there. Long pass. And we'll get an icing. 12:55 left in the third period. Omaha clinging to a 4-3 lead. Shots on goal in favor of the Lancers. 35-22. Ruiz will step in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha controls. They'll play it up the middle. Schilling holds it in there at the blue line. Omaha forks it back out. We're one-on-one. Cruiser's back there. Shot directly into Montgomery's melon. He makes a nice save. Battle for in the corner. Squirts out behind the net. Omaha's got it there. Ruiz sends it up to his brother. Now it's loose at center ice. Sammy sends it over to Nico. Omaha counter. They'll walk into the blue line. Rubbed off the puck there. Aerial pass out to Nico Ruiz. Sent to the far boards. Benny Meyer's got it there. He'll send it up. Sammy comes in. He's got Benny trailing. Gives it to him. Shot. Save by LeBron James. Wait, we call the whistle down there when the puck is wide open, and it's clearly buried in the goalie's chest. And we don't blow it down there. Somewhat questionable. Cade Weiner will step in for the faceoff, flanked by Sweeney and Kirkenbush. Puck's down. Sweeney gets it back to the point. Besson sends it to the net. It's stopped there by Dirk Nowitzki. Weiner steps in for the faceoff again. Puck's down. Omaha controls around the back of the net. Stolen there. Kirk sends it in front. Nobody home. Besson's got it now at the blue line. Holds it there. He'll send it down to the corner just out of the reach of Weiner. Wraps around to the near side. Kirk will pick it up. Sent to Weiner. Now Sweeney knocks it out to the slot but can't control. Omaha counters. Carries it through neutral ice. Suk forces him wide. Shot wide of the net. Wraps around to the far side. Omaha just holds it in. Weiner gets it stolen from him. Omaha kicks it towards the goal. Kirk gets it up to Weiner. Weiner's 1-on-4. He sends it out in front. Kirk had jumped in to help out but couldn't finish. Sent back to Cruiser. Cruiser plays up to Schilling. Schilling carries across the red line, dumps it in. Hits an Omaha stick and goes up into the netting. .11:09 left in the third period. Hit the Omaha stick and went into the netting. should be in the zone. What do I know? Ruiz in for the faceoff. Puck down. Omaha will go D to D. Sends it up the near side. Nice back check there. Meyer sends it over to Deutsch. Meyer with a big hit. He made no attempt to play the puck, but we don't call those here. So it was a good play. Shot from the top of the slot, wide of the net. Montgomery reaches and doesn't get it. Wraps around to the far side. Omaha holds into the zone. Schilling kicks it up. Glove down. That's a hand pass. And we get a whistle for that. We call hand passes. They should just give us a list of the things they're going to call and the things they're going to ignore. It'd make the game go so much faster. Weiner, Sweeney, and Kirk will step on the ice. Backed by Beshin and Suk. Face off just outside the Dubuque zone. 10:33 left in the third period. Weiner's down for the faceoff. Kicks it back to Beshin. Beshin hits Kirk on the mini indoor football play. Wrapped around the far side. Hits the stanchion. Kicks out to Sweeney. They'll get by Beshin there. 3-on-1. Kirk making a great back check effort. Shot. Wide of the net. Horrible aim. Omaha circles. Besh sends it out to Kirk, who blows the tire. Goes to length for icing. We'll get the law firm of Ruiz, and Meyer to take the faceoff. They're backed by Schilling and Cruiser. Sammy steps in for the faceoff. Wins it back. Schilling will go back and lose the race to the Omaha player. He's got it now, though. Plays it to the corner. Plays the Omaha player to the corner. Now it's a little pushing match down in the corner. Schilling goes for a big hit and misses. Out to this point. Fired towards the net. Now it's Nico on the far boards. Gets it back to Cruiser. Didn't start the clock. Played ahead to Meyer. Back to center ice. Schilling's got it. Dumps it in from the red line. Shot over the head of the goalie, which is an incredible feat. Ruiz shoots it into Meyer's skates. Omaha collects just outside the blue line, and they'll go the other way. Sent ahead, deflected after Saint's stick. Omaha's got it now behind this net. Squirts out in front. Big shot from the point. Tipped in front, up to the netting, and we'll get a whistle. I'll let the clock run for 30 seconds and hopefully get it down to 9:06 left in the third period. Shots in goal favor Omaha, 36-24. Oh, look, we'll get Weiner, Sweeney, and Perkingbush back on the ice. It's been a good 45 seconds since we saw those guys. Almost got it there. Weiner wins the faceoff. Back to Beshin. Nope, that's Sukuchov. Plays it around the far side. Omaha's got it there. Walks it from the corner. Kicks it out in front. No one in the slot. Big shot comes. Top of the circle. Pops up over the net. Down to the corner. Now it's Weiner. Walks out. Tries to kick it up to Suk. Goes the length. Omaha collect in their own zone. Played up to center ice. Knocked back into the zone. Kirk will go back and get it. Circles behind the net. Stops there. Comes back where he came from. Sends it over the head of Sukuchov. He jumps by a man. Now back to the Omaha blue line. Sweeney knocks it loose. Kirk walks to the slot. Deflected in front. Kirk's got it on the far side. Wraps it behind the net to Sweeney. Sweeney battles forward in the corner. Big hit there. Omaha's got it on the half boards. Kicks it out to center ice. And they'll go through the neutral zone with a little speed. Beshin tries to run him down. Schilling chops it in from behind. Nice save by Montgomery. And we'll get a whistle with 8:04. Ruiz, and Meyer. It's been a good 45 seconds since we saw these guys. Cruiser and Schilling back on D. Sammy steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha controls. They'll wrap it down to the corner. Schilling will get it there. Plays it off to Ruiz. Kicks it up to his brother. Benny Meyer's going to try and win the race. Can't quite get there. Omaha controls. Knocked back into the Omaha defensive zone. They'll send it across ice. Their defenseman carries it up to the neutral zone. He'll dump it in. Montgomery can't quite get it stopped behind the net. Squirts around to Schilling. He'll send it all the way up. Ruiz is there. Dumps it down to the corner. Benny Meyer's going to go chase. They'll play it off to the far side. Ruiz pins him there. Meyer tries to pull it down to the corner. It's knocked all the way back out to Cruiser. Cruiser sends it over to Suk. Suk walks it down the top of the circle. Shot on net. Saved by Larry Bird. Kick to the corner. Send out in front. Big shot. Myers got it loose in the slot. Squirts loose. Sammy Ruiz can't get the hold there. They come out to the far blue line. Walks down the top of the slot. Shot. Blocked in front by Cody Cruiser. He's got clear ice in front of him. Head down, chugging right up the middle. Knocked to the corner. He'll win the race for the puck behind the net. Squirted out to the side. And Nowitzki covers for the save. Kirk Sweeney and Weiner stay on the ice. Suk and Besson back them up. Weiner loses the faceoff. Goes back to Omaha. They'll send it to the far side and out of the zone. Besson's got it there. He goes over to Suk. Suk sends it over to Besson. Back to Suk. Suk walks it up the near boards. Chips it towards the goal. Larry Bird can't quite get a good hand on it. Besson does a little dipsy doodle. He's on his butt and tries to play the puck. They hack at him there. Now Omaha carries it to neutral ice. Kirk turns, takes it back in. Benny Meyer with the big hit. That's Besson behind the net with the big hit. Besson down the far boards. Pushes his man into the wall. Omaha carries it out of the zone. They'll get around Schilling. 2-on-1 with only Kirk back. Shot, goal. I think we should send out the Ruiz-Meyer line. Are we taking the Kirk, Weiner, Sweeney line off? Yeah, then definitely the Ruiz-Meyer line. You know, they look tired there on that last shift. Omaha extends their lead to 5-3. Sammy steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha plays it up. Jumps it into the zone. Cruiser go back and get it. Centering pass. Unconnected. Ruiz has got it on the far side. Schilling carries it across the blue line. Does the turn. Holds it just inside the blue line. He'll send it across to Ruiz. Back to Cruiser. Cruiser gets it over to Schilling. Pops straight up in the air. Too Tall Jones with the save. Coaches contemplate who to send out next. It looks like they're going to go with Kirkenbush, Sweeney, and Weiner. Puck's down. Worked in the corner. Around the back of the net. Omaha's got it there. Play it around to the other side. Omaha kicks it to the center. Kirk's there. Shot. Saved. There's a late hit. Sweeney gets up and says thank you. We'll take the power play. Who should we send out for the power play? Saints shift up a little bit. They'll put Ruiz, Meyer, Sweeney, Besson, and Kirk. 5:22 left in the third period. Bastion's got it at the blue line. Sends it over to Sweeney. Back to Bastion. Bastion sends it to Kirk. Gets it in front of him. Can't connect. Omaha's got it. They'll send it back to the blue line. Bastion will hold it in. Kicks it down to Kirk. Kirk's got it. Walks it to the top of the slot. Shot. Saved. Saints will leave this line out there. Minute 39 left on the power play. Got that score wrong. Let's back that back down to 5. Sammy Ruiz in for the faceoff. Puck down. Bastion's got it there. Drops it down low to Kirk. Kirk walks it over to Sweeney. Puck jumps over his stick. Omaha sends it the length of the ice. Montgomery stops it, leaves it in front of the net. Kirk will pick it up there. Cross ice pass to Sweeney. Sweeney's got it on his tape. Sends it around the first man, dumps it into the zone. He'll try and win the race. Can't quite get there, but it's banged back to Bastion. Bastion sends it across to Kirk. Kirk top of the circle. Shot knocks the net off. 1:10 left in the power play. Let's leave these guys out there. See what they got. Sammy Ruiz steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. He wins it back to Bastion. Bastion's got it on the blue line. Gives to Kirk. Kirk tries to send it across to Sweeney. Kirk and Bastion will trade places. Bastion's got it on his stick. Played up to Meyer. Sweeney in the high slot. On his backhand, gives to Kirk. Kirk's got it top middle. Gives to Sweeney, top of the circle. He'll walk it over. Gives to Kirk. Kirk walks it to the top of the circle. Gives down to Ruiz. Gives it right back to Kirk. Sweeney, backhanded catch. Gives to Kirk. Kirk sends it over to Bastion. Bastion all day to shoot. Saved. Omaha sends it to length. Montgomery with the save. He'll kick it out to Omaha. Omaha walks in. Walks it wide. They control now. Sukachov jumps off the bench. Bastion's got it now. They send out Nico Ruiz. Cade Weiner. Sukachov walks it up the boards. Dumps it down into the corner around the back of the net. Ruiz is there to get it. Omaha grabs it. Wraps it around the boards. Power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Big shot by Schilling. Goalie had no idea what it was and still made the save. Sent to the middle slot. Omaha steals it there. They'll walk it up to the blue line. Knocked off Ruiz's skate. Sukachov's got it there. He dumps it down. Manute Bull behind the net. Plays it off. Sends it up into the Saints bench. That might have been too many men on the ice. Kirk plays it out. Kirk kicks it up to Schilling. Or Sweeney. Sammy Ruiz is there. He hits the brakes. Goalie kicks it into the netting for a whistle. Timeout. Timeout, Dubuque. Dubuque's been playing the same two lines for at least the last 5 minutes. So I'm sure they're taking this timeout to give them a full minute of rest. 2 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third period. Dubuque down by 2 goals. C.J. Montgomery jumping up on the bench. So we'll probably send 5-6 skaters out. If I were to bet, it would be a Cade Weiner, Cody Sweeney, Carter Kirkenbush, Bryce Beshin, Sukachov, and let's go with Sammy Ruiz. Maybe Benny Meyer. Benny's been resting for like the last 5 minutes. He should have some juice in his legs. He is the pride of Bellevue, too. We're going to burn 4 seconds off my clock to get it right. Montgomery steps back on the ice just to screw up my entire plan. Sweeney, Beshin, Benny Meyer, Sammy Ruiz. What do you get if you get 4 of the Powerball numbers right? Like, Sammy Ruiz steps in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Omaha wins the faceoff back to the corner. They'll play it up the boards. Battled for there. It's a Royal Rumble. 30th man about to run out. Squirts back to Beshin. Montgomery hits to the bench. Dubuque's finally got possession. Now they don't. Wrapped around to the near boards, into the corner. Behind the net. It's wrapped around to the far side. Sweeney will get it there. Knocks it down to Ruiz. Ruiz battle for the puck. Knocked down to Weiner. He'll kick it back to Sweeney. Beshin will scoop in and pick it up. A little room to operate. He'll fire it down to Ruiz. Ruiz tries to center it. Hits a couple skates. Squirts over to Kirk. Kirk's got it there. Walks it to the top center. All the way around to the top of the faceoff circle. Now he'll take it down below the goal line. Around the back of the net. Drops it off for Omaha there. That was nice of him. Sends it around the back. Puck loose in the slot. No one can connect. Omaha knocks it loose. It's a foot race. Sweeney's got an angle. Not a good enough one. And Omaha buries it. And I didn't start the clock. 1:33 left in the third period. Omaha stretches the lead 6-3. The worst part about this is we had a respectable game going. It was 3-3 at one point. And now 6-3 looks like we got blown out. Shots are only 39-34 in favor of Omaha, so it's a respectable game. The final score just doesn't look pretty. Sammy Ruiz, Nico Ruiz, Benny Meyer. Puck's down. Tripping penalty on Omaha. 74 for Omaha. That is Henry. It's Henry. His friends call him Henry. We'll see what the announcer calls him. Dubuque pulls its goal down by 3 with 1:30 left. Trzynski is what announcer Netherly says. Played over to Kirk. Top of the circle, fired towards the net. Wrapped off the back of the net. Sweeney will get it on the far corner. Falls down there. Omaha walks it out. Plays it off the boards. It's held in by Dubuque. Ruiz gives down to Sweeney. Sent through the center. Kirk's got it. High point. Walks it to the middle. Drops off for Beshin. Top of the circle. Shot. Save. Cover. Whistle. .102 left in the game. 1:32 left in the power play. 6-3. Puck down. One by Dubuque. Walks it to the slot. Kirk, shot, save. All kinds of pushing. This didn't work out well for us last night. .57 seconds left. Down by 3. Dubuque will leave its top line out. 30 seconds left on the power play music, boys. Omaha makes a change. Sammy Ruiz in the face-off spot. Cody Sweeney in the shooter spot. Puck went back. Benny Meyer clears the side out. It's an actual winning face-off play there. Played down below the goal line. Cade Weiner to get it. Squirts it to the near corner. Kirk's got it. Walks the top of the circle. High slot. Shot. Saved by the Omaha goaltender. Bastian's got it now. Walks up the half wall. High slot. Kicks it over to Sweeney. Top of the circle. Shot. Wraps around the boards. Kicks over to Kirk. Kirk's got it. 28 seconds left. Shot towards the net. Blocked by the defender. He'll kick it back. Give it back to Kirk. Hey, hit me again. Sweeney shot. Saved. Meyer backhands. Net's off. I didn't start the clock again. You would think. You got one job to do. 13 seconds left, and I'm never going to work it down to that. 13 seconds left. Ruiz in with the faceoff. Omaha wins. Gets it over to Kirk. Sends it over. Goal by Sweeney. So power play goal by Sweeney. And with just 8 seconds left, Dubuque only needs to make up these last 2 goals. As they say in Mighty Ducks 3. Puck's down, knocked deep into the Omaha zone, and that should do it. Omaha will muck it in the corner. Let's get out of here alive. No one hurt, no one suspended. So Omaha victorious tonight in the varsity game, 6-4. Shots on goal ended up being 39 apiece. So again, a respectable game for Dubuque, not reflected by the score. We'll go at them again tomorrow morning. Hope to see you there. Signing off.